junior achievement allows you to impact a student's life outside of perhaps what you would do just in the classroom. And my relationship with Jakayla is a prime example. As my mentee, we talk about personal things. We talk about what entrepreneurship really looks like inside of a non-isolated school setting and the reality of legal structure and finances and things like that.
Having somebody you can reflect to when you need somebody to talk to or just have somebody to lean on when days get tough, you can always count on them, and that's one of the things I can always say about him.
Specific to small businesses are going to be. One of the things that I don't believe as a mentor you should ever do is shy away from struggle. Whether or not it's going to be that you don't have enough money in the bank for a loan, or whether or not it's that because of the fact that you're a woman, it's going to be tougher in business. It doesn't make it right, but it doesn't mean that it's not a reality.
The first time we met, he said starting a business is like running a marathon. You think you have a finish line, but you really don't. Build a Color is a company that creates embroidered fabric tags with braille, alphabet lettering, and symbols so that those with visual impairments can literally feel the color of their clothing. So I'm gonna pass these around so people can get to feel the idea. I always tell people there are two things. My life would have been completely different if I didn't have these two things, and that was having my blind Aunt Cynthia, and that's junior achievement.
Come on, everybody, make some noise for Jakayla!
When I first started JA, my teacher told me, find a need, fill a need. But today, I stand here as a 17-year-old who started a company of her own. My best friend, my confidant, Aunt Cent really inspired this idea, and I knew there was a need for people who are visually impaired. My aunt doesn't know braille. There's enlarged alphabet lettering that they can run their hand across, so she will be able to feel over the outline of the embroidery when it's an R, E, and D and know that it's automatically read.
The wind chimes in front of my apartment, we put those up so it'd be easier for us to pick out which door was ours. I went to work one time, I admit it, with 2 sets of plaid on. You know, we all kind of get used to doing things in our own way, but I've noticed that in having those tags on my clothes, that makes it a lot easier to pick things out color-wise.
I would have never thought of this idea if it wasn't for junior achievement. And so now I'm really looking forward to the idea of designers wanting these tags in their clothing and my aunt being able to walk into a clothing store and automatically knowing the color of her clothing.
Anytime you watch the transition of an idea becoming an application that then in turn becomes a company that inspires others or impacts others, it's electrifying.
I think there's another piece to this puzzle, and that's my mother. We came from nothing, literally nothing. At a point we lived in a car, we had absolutely nothing. And so being at this point now, where we're living in a house and I have my own car and I have my own company, and I'm able to look at her and say, Mama, we're actually doing something.